Human wants are numerous, but the means to satisfy them are scarce. Thank you for joining me on today's video. So today we are talking about what you need to do before you retire, before your retirement comes. The steps you are going to take, what you need to do in order to avoid being broke when you retire. So you need to do all these things. You need to take note of them. So get your pen and paper on the table now and start penning them down as I'm talking about them now. The first and foremost is planning. You need to plan for your retirement. There is nobody that wants to retire and you will not plan for retirement. I'm telling you that you're going to turn to a beggar. That is just the simple truth. If you don't plan for your retirement, it's going to keep you broke. That's number one. And it's going to turn you a beggar. So you need to plan for your retirement. So planning for your retirement means what are the things that I need to do and so that I'll not go broke when I retire. So that I'll still have enough to sustain me when I retire. So that's for planning. Then the next one, avoid excess spending. You need to cut down your expenses. If you're planning for retirement, you need to cut down your expenses because human wants are numerous and the means to satisfy them are scarce. Because the more you want to satisfy your wants, the more they are increasing and increasing and increasing. And you find out that you can't just satisfy all of them. It's not possible because wants keep coming every day. So you should focus on your needs. What are the things that I need? What are the things that are very important to me? These are the things that you should be considering when it comes to expenses. So that's how you're going to, cut down your expenses. But if you're focusing on anything that comes to your mind, like anything that you want to obtain, anything that you want to get, then you find out that at the end of the day, it's going to keep you broke, definitely, because you're spending extravagantly. Yes, seeing anything you like and then you buy. Yes, it's cool to buy whatever you like and like your wants. I want this, you get it. I want that, you get it. But that's for billionaires. Yes. But when you're still managing your life, I know that you just have little and then you need to manage that little in order to sustain you. So you don't need to go for wants. Just need to, go for those things that are necessary. And then that's how you cut down your expenses. Go for those things that are necessary and then you obtain them. Leave the ones that you can call wants. Those ones are, if you now feel like you have excess, that's when you can go for those ones. Don't go for things that are going to keep you broke after getting them. So that's that for cutting down your expenses. Then the third one is savings. Of course, before you retire, you need to have a savings account. You need to have somewhere that you're, saving some percentage of your money. Maybe you can decide to cut out like 30% of your money and be putting it in your savings account. Is very helpful. Like it's going to help you at the end because by the time you retire, you find out that the money has grown to a certain amount that is much more reasonable and it can actually sustain you. So that's how you plan for your retirement. So you need to save, you need to save up. When you know that your retirement is approaching, you need to ask yourself, do I really have a savings account? Do I have money somewhere that I'm looking up to? And if you think that you don't have, then you start planning on it, start working on it. Have your savings account and then you map out the amount of money that you're going to be saving and you need to discipline yourself towards that because sometimes when you don't discipline yourself about something you might not be able to achieve that thing because you can decide to say now okay I want to be saving like 30% of my money till my retirement, and then at the end of the day, you might not even be able to save 10%. You didn't discipline yourself. You need to discipline yourself in order to achieve it. You need to call it 30%, and that 30% is going to work for you. Because it's at the end of the day you find out what you have actually done for yourself. You know that this thing that you did was very, very helpful for you at the time of your retirement. So you need to save up. Because as you're saving that money, it's getting you some small, small interest. That's that's that for saving. Then the next one is budget. You need to go on budget. Hmm? Before you retire, you need to budget. How do I make my savings? Budget the kind of savings that you need to make before your retirement. How do I do this? Okay, you map out the amount of money that you're going to save. That's what they call budgeting. Budgeting on something like when you're thinking about uh, having a savings account or creating a new savings account, you need to make some budgets about them before you do that. And when you after budgeting yourself, then you have to liaise whether this thing can actually carry me along, and the remaining that you have, you need to find out whether it's going to really sustain you. That is not going to be something that tomorrow you go back into that savings and start withdrawing your money little by little, withdrawing your money. Before you know it, you can't find any money there. It's not wise, like it's not a wise decision. So you need to balance it. That's why you need to go on budget. Budget how much you are going to save, and then budget how much you are going to be spending, such that this is going to sustain me and this is going to be for my savings. So that's that for budgeting. Then the final one is try to get yourself out of debt. Very important. Try to get yourself out of debt. If you don't try to get out of debt before you retire, it can be sick to handle in terms of settlement of debt, because that thing can actually keep you broke even under 24 hours, especially when it comes to high interest debts. Before you settle them, like before everything is done, and you find out that you have been run down, like you're already going broke. So it can keep you broke even just under 24 hours. So you need to be very careful. Don't avoid debt. Debt is very dangerous, especially when it comes to retirement, because by the time you think of not having to get back to work, and then you now think of you don't have any other means of making money, and you're going on debt, you're going to settle debt. Definitely, you're going to use the whole money that you save to settle debt, and then you remain broke. So you don't try it, just keep it off as a habit. Don't ever try it. If you're on any debts, try to settle them before your retirement so that you retire happily. That's it. These are some of the things that you need to practice before your retirement, and you retire happily without being broke, and without paying anyone, no debt, no nothing. So just rely happily. So I hope this video was helpful. So if you like the video, just smash the like button and subscribe to this channel. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.